Hey everyone, Mishki here, endorsing a new podcast in Garage Logic world. It's called Mishki, which is coincidence. I don't know the guy personally. But word is, his show is worth checking out, and he says if you don't care for it, he'll redo the damn thing. Yeah, tailor it more to your liking. Just drop him a note, toss in a sawbuck. He's a good man. He'll make it right. That's Mishki. Show comes out every Friday around 6 p.m.
Ever get the feeling you've been cheated? Good night.
I do not expect you to know who that was.
I don't.
That's fine. Not a lot of people do. It was a guy who went by the name Johnny Rotten.
Oh,
Johnny
sure. Sex
Lydon.
Pistols. Yeah.
Singer of the Sex Pistols. And that was the last show that they did in the United States in 1978. And it was directed at his manager, Malcolm McLaren, because he finally figured out that they were pawns in Malcolm's game, as we all were. If we loved or hated the Sex Pistols, it didn't matter. And that's kind of the theme of what I want to chat with you about today. And I like that you're coming to today's show. Unprepared isn't the right word.
Uninformed on this particular news story that you're starting with, I think.
Yeah, well,
I don't know anything about it.
I'm going to call not uninformed. I'm going to say innocent. You're innocent
Okay.
in this one. But
That'll be the
first,
first time.
but first, I have a question for you. What brings you to our hotel tonight, and how long will you be staying with us, Miss Daniels?
Well, I'll be very happy to report that I am going to be done with the hotel. I was there last night. Stillwater is where I live, and in that part of town, I'm not alone. Stillwater proper, and I know there are other people that are out of power. Target was out of power, Cub was out of power, and I got the last hotel room, room at this one place in Stillwater last night about 10 o'clock.
Oh, so it was only one night for you?
No, it was the night before as well, but when the power went out, it was like 10 o'clock at night, so we just all went to bed. My son lives there too. We just went to bed and figured we'd figure it out in the morning. But yesterday, it didn't come back on. It was supposed to be not until tomorrow night. And they just let me know that the power's back on, so I'm out of the hotel. I actually kind of like a hotel.
The stoplights, I believe I sent you a text.
Oh, you did? It was bad.
Highway 36, Lake Elmo Avenue.
Yep.
Yeah,
and actually, it wasn't just Lake Elmo. It was Lake Elmo, it was Greeley. It was really bad. In fact, because of your traffic, Kenny, I looked at my map and decided to go a completely different way to work, and it would have been a long wait. That storm was rough the other day.
So was your alternate viable? Is there any chance you can use this alternate during a snowstorm?
Probably. I end up going, now I'm not a professional when it comes to the eastern side of town. I'm just learning it. But if I leave my house and I sort of go along the river south, and then I can kind of cut over and eventually get on 94.
Cool.
And that's what I did. So
cool.
36 was bad.
How often do you stay in a hotel throughout any given year?
You know, I used to do it more. Not a lot lately in the last few years. I would say since the pandemic. I haven't done a ton of traveling for no particular reason. What about you?
Was there anything in the hotel room that surprised you? It's like, I haven't seen this before.
This sounds like such an old person thing to say, but I am still always a little surprised and delighted that they have like USB plugins.
Yeah.
Like if you forgot your charger, but you had your cord, you could just plug right in. I just think, well, isn't that nice? What a convenience.
Did you have in the bathroom, was it a bathtub or was it one of these tubs that was just a shower?
Oh, it was a tub. It was a tub and shower, but not just a shower.
Because some of these.
Remember in the olden days, you would be old enough. Did you ever stay in hotel rooms with your parents? Like traveling.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you'd go to one, and usually this isn't more in the hinterlands, and they would have, for real, a vibrating bed.
Yeah.
And you would put a quarter in it.
Yeah.
And it would just be like the whole bed would be a
There's nothing erotic or
No.
it was stupid.
and it wasn't even effective as like a back massager. It was just your bed shook. And for a quarter, your bed would shake.
The new showers now in a lot of these hotels, they're not tubs.
No.
They're just the shower.
Walk-in shower.
The basin, and the sliding doors. And every single one of them, without exception, leak. So
Yeah.
you get out of the shower and the whole bathroom
Floor is wet. That is true, but let me ask you a question. Do you like to take a bath as
No.
opposed to a shower?
No, not in a hotel. I'm not going to sit my naked ass in a bathtub.
But generally, like if you were at home and if
Never
you had
take
the
a
option,
bath.
would you ever take a bath?
No, but if I had a hot tub, I'd be in it every day.
See, that's gross. But I knew I loved you because I will never. My mom loved to take a bath.
Yeah.
I think it was her quiet time, but I will never understand why.
You're sitting in your own squalor.
Yes. How is that better?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, in the Old West, and you're a cowboy, and there was no showers.
Yeah.
I understand. It's an improvement, I guess. But to sit, so I'm just going to follow the path of dirt and bacteria.
Yeah.
It's on you. You're filthy dirty. You sit in a big tub of water.
And it's
you start
floating.
scrubbing yourself like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And then the stuff you're scrubbing slides off
Yeah.
of you
Yeah.
into the water
Yeah.
that forms a ring around your body.
Yeah.
And then when you get up, it probably coats the lower part of your body.
And there's also a ring around the tub
Oh,
where the water
God.
level was.
If you see a ring around your tub, that is what's on your skin.
Exactly. And now the farm kids tell stories, and maybe city kids too, that when they were growing up, the 4 or the 5 of them, all the kids had to use the same bath water.
Oh, ick.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that's... Oh,
Isn't that the worst?
My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand you have to do what you have to do, but the thought of that, if given the option, if you have the option not to share someone's bathwater, I think you would take that option.
So I have to stay in. For me, it's a lot of hotels. It's once or twice a month, every month.
Really?
For business travelers, it's nothing. But I have over the years since I moved up here, when I go down to the Twin Cities, and I have to do traffic in the morning, so I'd rather just get there the night before, get a good night's sleep.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you drink coffee right away in the morning?
Yes.
And then do you drink coffee throughout the day? And I'm asking you this because I wonder if you've seen the coffee makers that are in the hotel now. They're basically one-cuppers.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yes, I do drink it in the morning. Do you?
Yeah, and I have...
But you're a coffee snot, as am I.
Because I'm a snob, I have what I call the Kenny Kit Bag, which is a nasty old camouflage backpack that I used to use for duck hunting, so it's gross.
Okay.
Inside, a Mr. Coffee Maker.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. $19 anywhere. Cheap.
I didn't even think they still made Mr.
and
Coffee.
They're cheap and they work well. I have filters in there. I have pre-measured Ziploc bags of coffee. So each bag is enough for a pot of coffee, right?
Oh my God, you're a lifestyle influencer.
I have a microwavable bowl, 2 sizes of Ziplocs, paper plates, silverware, paper towels, not the whole roll, just a
little
few.
bit.
Kitchen garbage bags. I don't know if you noticed the garbage bag situation in your hotel room, but
There are never any.
It's insulting.
Yeah, there's never
It's
any.
insulting. There's nowhere to put your garbage. And then I learned the lesson the hard way. And this is the big pain about the Kenny Kit Bag, is I usually have to buy 1 to 2 gallons of water, drinkable water for the coffee. Because one time, I used I used to use the hotel water, right out of the bathroom.
Yeah, I was
sink.
going to ask why you weren't.
And I was sitting there at My Talk one morning, and I took a drink out of the coffee, and I was like, oh, my God, this is horrible. I had made it in the hotel. And instead of dumping it out and going downstairs to the cafeteria, I kept drinking it, and then I got violently ill.
Oh,
and I was
no.
down for a week or more.
Oh, no.
It was really bad. So I never, ever, under any circumstances, drink water out of a hotel, but I come prepared because normally during the state fair, right up until this year, I'd be in that hotel for 2 weeks. So
I never knew you did this, Kenny, ever.
I order food and then I go to Cub and I buy food and make, sandwich fixings.
Yeah.
So I've got to have all of that stuff, my little kit bag, my chuck wagon, so I can live comfortably in my hotel room.
I think I'm actually extraordinarily impressed.
Yeah.
That's super organized.
Yeah.
It's very complete.
Yeah. That's from learning the lesson the hard way.
Of not having those things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The coffee situation is insulting. It makes me mad. As soon as I get there, I grab that little tray of all their junk and I put it inside a cupboard or a drawer or something. Just get rid of it.
You're right. It is like when you look at what they're giving you. I mean, the sugar packets is like, I don't use sugar in my coffee, but I know people who do. And there's not enough sugar in any of those. I mean, you would need 3 or 4 packets per spoon of coffee or sugar for your coffee. And the cream, I like cream in my coffee, but I like real cream. I don't like creamer, but I'll use it if I have to. It's just, you're right. It's insulting. I'd rather frankly, I just go to Starbucks.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind them at all. The last thing I've added, and I just started doing this last month, was now Kleenex. I have a box of Kleenex in my kit bag because now the hotels have decided you only get 1 box of Kleenex and 1 trash container, and it's in the bathroom area. So if you're sitting in the living area or next to the bed, there's no Kleenex there. You can't blow your nose. You got to get up. You got to go to the other room. Very insulting the way they treat us.
It's really bad. I'm going to admit something. I have never, that I remember in my adult life, ever purchased, I'm pretty sure, a box of Kleenex.
What do you use at home?
Toilet paper.
Do you really?
It's the same.
Well, no, I'm not disputing that, and that's a guy thing. I do that here.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of makes me sound like a monster, but I don't understand. There's certain things I don't understand. Why do you have to use a particular kind of soap on your body, but a different kind of soap for your hands, and then a different kind of soap for your face, and then a different kind of soap for your hair? Why?
That's
so when I buy a shampoo, I wash my hair in the shower, and then I use that to wash the rest of me because it's all soap.
Head and Shoulders in your underarms.
Well, I don't use Head and Shoulders. I'm sure I use like Suave. It's probably 99 cents a bottle.
I used to do the opposite where I didn't buy shampoo and I just used the Irish Spring on my hair.
Oh, yeah. See, that's monstrous. Yeah. That's
I also
not right.
bring the Irish Spring is in my kit bag. I also bring that with
Do
the
you really
hotel.
use Irish Spring?
Yeah. The green soap? Yeah.
Manly, yes, but I like it too. Remember that commercial?
And my own shampoo, too, because now they have the 3 bottles in the shower that you pump.
Well,
I can't
they
read
have the
those.
3 bottles. They're shampoo, conditioner, and body wash.
Yeah. I can't read those labels with my glasses.
I totally get
up.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I've been in the shower because I usually have the same brand, and you do too.
Yeah.
I have the same brand, and I, for some reason, don't bother to memorize which one's which.
Yeah.
Because they're usually slightly different colors. I'm in the shower. I'm looking at. I have to put the shampoo in first, then the conditioner.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and is this what you do, Kenny?
Yeah.
Here's what I do. I don't say, "Wow, Amy, your eyesight's gotten really bad." What I say is, "Really?"
Yeah, I get mad
really?
at them.
That's as big as you could make the letters on this bottle. How am I supposed to read black print in 10-point font in a shower?
So then you get out, dripping wet.
Yep. Yes.
Stumble into the room to get your glasses.
Yes.
Get the glasses. Go into the shower.
Yep. Go back in the shower. Now you're cold.
Yeah.
You're back in the shower, and then sometimes there's not enough light in my shower, so I have to reach my arm back out of the shower.
Get your phone.
So wet body, wet glasses.
Turn on the flashlight.
And then I have to shine light on the bottle.
Yeah.
To go, is this shampoo or is this conditioner? I don't know. But I inevitably, don't you get mad at
it's always somebody else's fault.
It's always the manufacturer's fault.
Yeah.
That I'm going blind.
Do you take any security measures?
In a hotel?
Yeah, there's all sorts of tricks, hacks on like Facebook and TikTok on
No.
what you should do with the locking the door and cover. The only thing I do is I cover up the peephole.
I never even thought of that.
Do you look for cameras?
If they looked in the peephole, Kenny, wouldn't it be like looking in the wrong end of a binocular?
Do you know about the Erin Andrews case with ESPN? Somebody did that to her while she was strolling around in her room naked, and they had some kind of camera or something. They put the pictures on the internet. It was a big court case, and she won.
I remember the case, but I didn't know they did it through the peephole.
I'm doing that to protect the world from seeing me naked.
And the world thanks you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? Maybe it's naivete or laziness. I don't think that way.
Do you care?
Not really.
Do you close
About
the
being
drapes?
naked?
Yeah.
Yes, I do close
So
the
you
drapes.
close the drapes?
Yeah, I do. But I do. But I don't. I'm really talking more about security stuff. I'm not saying I leave my doors unlocked, but I, maybe wrongly, assume that the lock on the hotel door that needs a key to get through, a key card, and the latchy thing is enough.
The hotel I stay in Roseville, I always stay at the same one. And I always get a room with a balcony that looks out on the freeway.
Okay.
Nobody else in the hotel, no other rooms can see into my room. Never close the drapes. So if you're blasting by on 35W.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
You tell me what hotel that is.
Yeah. I might be strolling around in there.
You, Kenny. I
The
see you.
piece of celery sticking out of my belly button.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We are being duped by everybody. We're being
Yes.
cheated by the government, the entertainment industry, and by companies and advertisers. And I want to warn you, Amy.
You started here, and I want to know what you're talking about because I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. So, you going to Sturgis? Shouldn't you be on the road right now? It starts in a couple of days. It's the peak of summer road trip season here in the United States of America. A lot of the motorcycle people heading off to Sturgis or other points unknown. If you're doing any kind of trip on a motorcycle, DennisKirk.com is the best and easiest way to shop for parts and accessories and gear, helmets, jackets, whatnot. It doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you're riding here, American made, Japanese, British, whatever. Dennis Kirk is going to equip you with all the parts and gear and apparel that you're looking for. If that part exists, DennisKirk.com has it in stock. I've said this over and over again. Over 185,000 parts and accessories right now. With Dennis Kirk, we're getting same-day shipping on orders placed before 6 p.m. Central. Orders over $89 always ship free. And don't worry about fitment on any kind of clothing items or helmets. You get free returns with helmets and apparel. Doesn't matter what you're riding right now, from the track to the trail or the street. Be sure you get equipped at DennisKirk.com. I looked up duped. We're being duped, deceived, tricked, hoodwinked, double-crossed, misled, bamboozled. And I was warned not to talk about this. I actually brought it up with our friend Holly this morning. I said, do you think the Sydney Sweeny story is political? And she said, do not talk about that. It's way too political.
What?
I sent you this.
I don't get it. Yeah, I watched it.
What is it called? American Eagle jeans.
Jeans.
It's a 30-second thing. And it shows her trying to squirm into a set of jeans. And at the very end, they say something about Sydney has great jeans.
Right.
And that's being interpreted by one side of the political aisle as being white supremacist because she's white, pale, blonde, and blue eyes. And the other side, of course, is reacting as they do. And they're fighting about this.
Okay.
And they're making a big deal about this.
Okay, let me just follow, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm going to be explicit.
Yeah.
So at the end, it says Sydney Sweeny has great genes.
Yeah.
One side thinks that what they are saying is that, like you just said, a white, pretty girl has great genes, but if you're not white like she is, then you don't.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. I think that's how they interpreted it. Yeah. And for me, being a guy, to me, it was a reference to her body. She's got giant bosoms.
Yeah.
She's got.
Weren't they talking about her butt?
She's got an okay.
She was talking about her own butt.
She got an okay butt. It's a white girl butt. It's fine.
Right.
Whatever.
It's not big enough for you?
Nah, you can't do much. Good luck. That's, fine.
Good luck.
You don't have to be ashamed of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is both sides arguing about something. And had you ever, before I sent you this ad, I think I sent it last night, have you ever heard of American Eagle clothing?
I've heard of them. I don't know that I've ever bought anything there. But no. I'm completely confused as to why this is a thing. Well, I'm trying not to be overly simplistic and naive, but I really think you have to go a long way.
A long way.
A long way. It's not spelled jeans, Genes.
It's with a J.
It's spelled Jeans. I don't get any implication from the copy that precedes it in the ad. And if you haven't seen it, just go look at it. It's 30 seconds, and she doesn't say much.
Yeah. I think this is a spin on what governments have been doing to us a long time. They call it covert influence operations. I think American Eagle took a calculated risk on doing this, and then I think American Eagle and some of their people called themselves out in order to get attention. I think this is the same as, remember when Bud Light used a trans person to promote, and there was a big thing, and that actually went bad for Bud Light, and they took a hit, and they're still suffering. I think American Eagle rolled the dice, did the same thing, and so far it's working out for them. I think we're absolutely, unequivocally being duped right now. Every single radio show, TV shows, Joe Souchere, of all people, brought this up on Garage Logic. That means this is a very successful ad campaign. And if you're arguing with somebody in your family or the other side of the aisle, I don't care which side of the aisle you're sitting on, you're being duped. You're being played. This is exactly what they wanted.
Okay,
this is
so
press.
Was the play to get attention for American Eagle?
I'm sorry, what?
Was the play that they're making just to draw attention to the brand?
Yeah. And Sydney has been involved in advertisements like this before. This isn't her first go around. She knows what she's doing. She is very, very clever. Smart girl.
I just don't... I honestly, I'm not trying to be naive, but when you look at that ad, it is short. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you see the only part you're saying they're objecting to is that last line that's on the screen for maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That says, Sydney Sweeny has great genes. I think you have to go a really, really long way.
Yeah.
But so that by saying that, what I'm saying is, how could American Eagle know that was going to elicit anything?
Right.
I mean, honestly, did they hire people to get outraged?
That's what I'm saying. I think the outrage at first was phony, and then it turned into a real thing because we, the general populace, the collective we, bit on the hook. We bought it. Now we're angry. I'm either outraged or I'm outraged that you're outraged. Whatever it is, we're talking about it.
You know what, Kenny? I am so exhausted with people's outrage. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
I can't mentally deal any longer with a histrionics that has become the world we live in.
Okay.
Calm down, everyone. Chill, bro.
Bra. Get it right. Chill, bra. That's what the college boys say. Bra.
Okay.
Bra. And that, as far as I'm concerned, that's innocent and fun. Uh-huh. The controversy that's happening right now with South Park versus the President of the United States. I want to talk about this, too, because
funny.
This is also a complete load of bullshit. But what's happening with this one is people are getting very, very, very rich.
Okay, now explain this one to me. First of all, explain what it is.
So this started out with the president, the administration, winning or settling with CBS out of court. And I don't remember the millions, the number, but they settled with him for stuff that he, for an interview.
The 60 Minutes interview, they said was edited in a way that wasn't fair.
Right. CBS owned by Paramount.
Who's in the midst of requesting a merger, a big one.
It's been approved, and it will probably be tomorrow.
Okay.
Comedy Central is owned by Paramount Global. Paramount Global is owned by National Amusements and is now merged into what you just mentioned, the brand new Paramount Skydance Media. That merger had to be approved by the government. And like I just said, some say that CBS payoff was actually a payoff for approving the Paramount merger.
Okay.
And I think I can't assign guilt to the guys at South Park.
Trey Parker and the rest.
Matt Stone.
Yeah.
I think their intentions were probably pure. And what you need to know about those two, if you're unfamiliar about this and you're from one side or the other and you're mad about this, they did a fairly vulgar piece about the president, and they showed his little Trump, and everybody's outraged by it.
Micro Trump.
Yeah. The thing is with those guys, they have left no stone unturned. They have insulted virtually every political side there possibly is.
Right.
All sides, all movements, the woke, the unwoke, the fast asleep, the dum-dums, everybody. Nobody has been left out of their gun sights.
Right.
So they're really good at it, including themselves.
Right.
You know,
I mean, these guys are equal opportunity assholes.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
So they do their bit about the president, and what happens? The president and the office responds. The White House issued, and I'm thinking, why would they do that? Why would they do that? It seems so petty. But then I started thinking, oh, wait a minute, where's the money go? Follow the money, right? Isn't
right.
that what,
Woodward and Bernstein.
So
what money?
So I followed the money. The owners of Paramount.
Okay.
The Ellison family, the family of David Ellison, including the father, Oracle founder, they control 100% of the voting shares of the new Paramount merge.
Okay.
Redbird Capital Partners, the investment firm, they also were significant shareholders in and will be in the new company. Now, there are publicly traded shares in this, so you can get in on this if you want to. And you know what? I'm not a financial advisor, but if I had the money, I would invest in this company because I think they're brilliant what they're doing here. Have you heard of the Redstones?
Yes, Sumner Redstone.
Okay, he's gone, but now the kid, Sherry, was the former controlling shareholder of Paramount Gold. She's exiting the new merged company and will receive $1.75 billion in cash if this deal closes tomorrow. Wow. The other Skydance investors are people I haven't heard of: KKR, Tencent Holdings, CGENM. They're also holding stakes. Now, this earlier company, I believe it was Paramount Global and National Amusements, they own theaters around the country. They're huge in the entertainment business. They do business with everybody, entertainment. So we've got one company that controls all of this media. And you start looking at, and I tried to figure out who's investing, who in the government is investing in this. Virtually everybody. Everybody that approved this merger, both sides of the aisle, they're supposed to hate each other. They're all investing in this company. They will all win. So if you ask me, and I realize I'm probably more cynical than the average person, the president issuing a statement ripping South Park was just a brilliant form of promotion. South Park makes money, parent company makes money, investors make money, everybody's happy.
And who masterminded it?
Right.
I mean, honestly, I'm asking. Was it the Paramount people? Was it the...
It's not a talk show host and a PD at the mid-level market. And it's not people like us, Amy.
But I mean, yes, follow the money, but I don't understand. First of all, it's fine. It's so clever. It's so clever. I can't even imagine anybody in politics could pull it off.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all the financial stuff you just talked about, which is why the American people don't pay attention to crap like that, gave me a headache.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. decisions.
It's too
And
much.
at the end of the day, I don't care.
No,
I
I
should.
know.
I should care.
We
But I
should.
don't. But I don't.
If we had money, we would be investing in these companies and we would be, raking it in.
But my ADHD and yours, I know. About halfway through what you were saying, I lost track of what was going on.
Yeah. I don't trust any politician ever that walks the earth. Not one of them. And they might seem attractive to me for 5-10 minutes, but I guarantee you down the road, they're going to kick me square in the underpants. I'm going to eventually be unhappy with
Square in the
just a
underpants.
running kick to the crotch, Amy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and if you trust and believe and are behind a politician, I feel sorry for you. Stop that. Get on with your life. Turn off the news. Set the newspaper down. Stop believing in anybody. Believe in yourself. Become self-efficient.
I don't entirely disagree. I would say the exception, and I know you agree, is family. But not not all families are worth your loyalty.
Right.
P.S. And they don't.
Right.
You don't have to be loyal. But yeah, I would say that I think the world. I hate to say this. I think the world is a much worse place than I ever imagined, and I've
Absolutely.
thought that more with every passing 10 years.
The happiest people I know are I don't want to call them dumb because they're not, but they're the most uninformed people I know.
Yeah.
And they're uninformed on purpose.
Yep. Absolutely.
And they know it and they're happy.
I will tell you that after the last 10-ish years of politics, in particular, but it was a lot of years, I sort of got to the point in this last year in particular, there is nothing I can do. And this applies to politics, Kenny, but it also applies to the world at large. There is nothing that I can do to affect anything outside the small sphere I live in. And so I'm not certain. I would have said something very different a few years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that my paying keen, careful, obsessive attention to it is going to make any difference in my life. So I've decided I'm not going to.
What about voting? Are you going to vote?
Oh, yeah, I vote. I do.
Our buddy, Tom Bernard, openly declares on Twitter that he's done voting.
Fine.
He's done
Good.
with sides.
Sure.
He used to be this side, and then he was that side.
You know what? I love me some Tommy. We're friends. But his politics are confusing.
Well,
and he and I have had that discussion.
I think they are. I don't know who to trust. I, for many years, didn't vote. And then I started again about, 10, 12 years ago. And I'm disappointed every election. If my people win, I'm equally disappointed as when your people win.
You know what? My new party, my new political belief is taken squarely from something I heard Tom Mischke talking about recently. He's in the decency party. And anything and everything having to do with anything political. My policy is going to be, and I will agree with people no matter where they are or where they come from. If what you're talking about is about being decent to the people around you and the people that have less than you, and just in general, being a decent human being, I'm with you. If you're about not being decent, then I'm not with you. And I really don't care about your policies.
How do I put this? I love that. And that sounds like that's for me. I don't believe that they're actually truly decent. The people I trust the least are the ones that seem like they're perfect and friendly and nice and well-heeled. Those are the people I trust the least.
But Kenny, that is a stereotype of what you should trust. But you and I both know, because we've known each other long enough, it's not who I trust. I'll tell you who I trust. I trust people that tell you where their scars are. I trust people who tell you what they've struggled with. They don't live in it. They don't wear it like some sort of cross that they're bearing, but they know where they've been. They're self-aware. They know where their flaws are. I have tons of flaws, and I'm pretty aware of most of them. I'm sure I have blind spots, but I know.
Nothing makes me happier than pointing out your flaws.
I love it. It actually makes me really happy, and I'm not kidding.
By the way, I love that new wig.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to take that out in post, Chris. But I was talking more about character flaws, not about attacking somebody's physical appearance.
Yeah.
Says frickin', the ape man from Mars. That
Bring
lives,
it. I deserve it.
Yeah, right? Okay.
You know what? You're too decent to be mean like that.
I know.
Here's Kenny with news from the Crabby Coffee Shop.
I've had many uniforms throughout the
for
year.
real.
Throughout the years,
That's
I
great.
used to wear work shirts. Remember that phase I went through
Yeah,
where I
I
wore
do.
nothing but mechanic shirts. My new thing is it's going to be nothing but overalls, and in the summer I'm going to cut them off and turn them into shorts.
No, please don't.
And
Please
wear
don't
work
do
boots.
any of
And wear
that.
work boots.
No. That's terrible. No, but what we're saying is, when I heard Tommy say that, I was listening to one of his podcast episodes, is I think that's where people are getting sick of the political parties, don't you think?
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
None of what people will claim, and maybe that goes into your original premise here, claiming that they're doing something in the name of God, or they're doing it in the name of children, or they're doing it in the name of
this
justice,
or that.
or morality, or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
A is subjective. I'm sorry, it is,
Yep.
and means something different to everyone. And B, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe if people tell you they're a hero on a white horse, be skeptical.
Yeah.
Right?
First and foremost.
First and foremost. But I mean, if you're all about decency, and I'm not talking about politicians, I'm talking about the politics of life.
Yep.
If you want to be a decent person, we're going to be good. And I try to be. I really try. That is my goal. If you are not, I'm at an age where I don't have time for it.
And if you find yourself, the collective you, all of us, drawn into an argument about jeans or light beer or South Park doing what South Park does, just take a step back, take a breath, and realize you might be being duped right now.
I think Kenny thinks it's deeper than I do. What I think is all kinds of crap happens in the world. And as a cop in Central Park once said to a coworker of mine who went up to the cop in Central Park in New York, and there were 2 helicopters above us, and this person pointed at the helicopters and said, "Why are those helicopters there? I don't like that those helicopters are there." And the cop, who is this big, tall brute of a man, looked at her and said, "What do you care?"
Well, that sounds like
You know
me,
what?
actually.
If Sydney Sweeny is doing the devil's work, what do you care?
I don't.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying generally.
No, I know.
I
Yeah.
don't care what Sydney Sweeny does with her jeans.
No.
I don't know what they're trying to do.
Don't care.
And I don't
know.
care. I
Yeah.
just don't care.
Yep.
If somebody's making a buttload of money, congrats. Good
My
for
favorite T-shirt that a listener, Angie, had, it just said on it, "Shh, nobody cares." And with that, I think we're done.
I love it so much.
Just remember, nobody cares.
Nobody
So maybe,
cares.
shh, quiet down. We don't care.
Chill, brah.